This will come to you as a shock, while some people were already expecting this. So in previous videos that I did, when we talked about the sack, retrenchment, retirement, excusing, whatever you want to call it, of certain bishops in the major bishops' church. I'm talking about Bishop Abioye, who is a bishop under Bishop Oyedepo. Is it not strange? Although in other churches too, you will have pastor, junior pastors, or pastors under pastors. So they decided to give themselves the title of bishop in Winners Chapel. There is a book called The Mandate, and that book was revised 2024. In this book, Bishop said, if you are of this age, you have to quit active duty. If you want to take lesser job and be paid lower, of course, and treated lower, of course, you're not going to wield the power that you wielded before. If you want to be maybe one of the clerk somewhere or some duty here and there, it's your choice. But I need you guys to quit. Enough is enough. Obviously, Bishop was planning for his own end of life. He knows that his children or child will take over ministry. So he had to kick people who started with him, people that can challenge, people that can obstruct, people that can tell his son the history and how that church was built. He decided to sack Bishop. And when he did, there was a lot of uproar. Bishop, of course, I want to believe he should be expecting this. But then there are people who so much believe in a vision or a dream, or maybe he left his own dream and vision and went after that of Oyedepo. But I have no problems with that, because for every dream and vision, there will always be somebody that will be alongside you to achieve it. But there is a strange thing happening. Yes, for real. It seems the teaching of Bishop Abioye has changed. Right now, Bishop is firing shots and arrows at the direction of his former spiritual father, Oyedepo, and others. He is no longer preaching and teaching what he used to teach and preach in Winners Chapel. In fact, he went real hard, saying to these big mega pastors, is this what God called you guys for? Is this what God called you for? Soon, you will be kicked out of your podium, out of your altar, out of your stage. Let us watch and we'll be talking more.
Somebody asked me, why is it that in your church they don't talk about, rapture? It's not that we don't believe it, but we are not sent to preach it. It's not everything you believe you preach. Everyone is assigned to a particular way, to particular assignment. Why is it that we don't preach about hellfire? Don't we believe it? Believe it very well. Satan and all who follow him will go there. But we are not sent to preach it.
You must release to the level of his blessings on your life, or you're on your way to the grave.
That idea of telling you just give and you will prosper is a scam.
As God has blessed everyone, even so, let him give. To the same level, let him give. So he can stay alive.
Is fraud.
A few moments later.
God sent you to be building church. Did he send you? Did he send you? Did he call your mission church building? It's people building we are called to do. Building won't go to heaven. It is people that will go to heaven. Let's get back on our track. Let's get back. I'm pleading, admonishing, challenging pastors and leaders. Admonishing, challenging pastors and leaders. Let's get back. People need from us more than what we are giving to them. Let's show them what is right. Let's not entertain evil. Otherwise, the evil will overwhelm them and soon come to erode us from the altar.
The whole world celebrates Reinhard Bonnke. You know why? He preached the truth of the gospel. Reinhard Bonnke preached eternal salvation. In fact, Reinhard Bonnke said salvation is double. That you have double security in Christ. Double, not single. He preached the gospel. He was not given to mammon. He will come and do crusade in your city and take offering and give it to the organizers and go. Let Dr. Damina focus on his own calling. The callings are not the same. Let him stop attacking men of God. Everybody has his own calling. So what they are saying is that some pastors' calling is to be collecting tithes, and some other pastors' calling is to be selling soap and perfume and candle for favor, while some other pastors' calling is prosperity, transaction. When CRK has cheated you, you become an enemy of your deliverer. All of us is one calling. If you are not in that calling, you are not in Christ's calling.
Welcome back. You heard him. He's asking them, is this what God asked us to do? And he was the one that was saying some couple of years ago, when everything seemed rosy, things were fine. He never knew that he was going to be kicked away. He said, this is not what we are called for. This is never what we are called for. We are not called for this. We are called for that. And this, that, and that, and that. And we don't want to know this. We don't want to care about that. Let the devil and his agents go there. But all of a sudden, he sort of forgot that there is a big dome or cathedral that is said to be able to occupy like 100 million people or thereabout, 100,000 or something, 100,000 people, thereabout, sort of. I'm not too sure. The Ark in Winners Chapel. And all of a sudden, he has forgotten that there is someone called Paul Enenche who has a big cathedral, a big dome. And he said to pastor that is breaking the tables here and there, Pastor Abel Damina, let us see that your chicken church. Look at my church, bigger than the big. Look at my church. My church is large. Look at my church. My church is big, and all of that. Are they going to invite him, or everything has turned upside down? What's going on here? Like, what is really happening? How come his doctrine teachings have changed all of a sudden? What happened? What went wrong? What went wrong? Is it that the mandate did not favor him? What exactly happened to Bishop Abioye? Bishop Abioye is not known to preach and teach this. Why will he be castigating the size or talking about building cathedrals or building domes? I thought that is what he liked. There was a time he went to the ministry of Paul Enenche, and he said, some people are this, some people are jealous of this and that. What is it about this talk? And I think then he never knew that the mandate was going to be released, and that mandate was going to affect him. He never knew that the mandate was going to have age, and only the founder of the ministry cannot be affected by the age. Any other person, of course, they implemented and they kicked him out. They added that was imputed so as to make sure that people like him does not stay in the ministry. They don't want someone that will come to begin to speak and talk and tell his own children. They don't want that. Tell the children of Bishop Oyedepo how the church started. How dare you? Your dad is no longer alive. So you think you can tell us this and that? If you are not careful, I will deal with you. He doesn't want that. So he quickly kicked away. He removed quickly people that will cause his children pain and anguish. Simple as ABC. He did. He kicked them all away. Threw them all away. Now, I don't understand what Bishop is trying to tell us here. What happened? What happened? Why the change? What came upon you? Why are you having second thoughts? What is happening? Why are you not happy anymore that mega churches should have mega cathedral, dome? Come on, man. Stop that. You have to stick to that you said you are called to. Is this what you are called to? Because when Abel, Damina started talking about this mundane, materialistic gospel and all of that, you were one of those that quickly ran down to the church of Paul in Enche, and you kept on saying, why is there this backbiting and belly ache over the success of now? Don't you know that Paul Enenche's success is the size of his church? He is not there, or neither are they competing or challenging each other over the souls that they have won to Christ or impacted that way. No. So why is there a sudden change? That is the question that a lot of people are asking now, because they want to know. They want to know why the sudden change. Why have you chosen to be? Because that's what it appeared back then to you when Abel Damina was speaking. You guys were saying, why did you avail yourself to be a tool for the devil? Why this hatred? Why this backbiting? Why this belly ache over the progress and success of other people? What is wrong with you? Why are you angry? Instead of you to be celebrating, I and my wife, I will give what we have, and I will say, go ahead, because I have no strength, neither am I called to go and do what you guys do. He spoke then. He spoke and said a lot of things. But alas, now the message has changed. What changed? I knew this was going to happen. I have always known. I thought about it. I said, this guy was never expecting that he would be kicked away by His Holiness Bishop David Oyedepo. He felt that both of them have come a long way for him to be kicked away. He never knew that the bishop was going to play the last card. Now he is old. Does he have the strength to build the same size? Because you will require people with heavy cash. You will require people that are ready to submit. You will require people that are ready to go all the way. And somehow I heard, I'm not too sure, that some of these bishops, they sort of made a kind of agreement or covenant, or they said they are not going to build or create or form their own ministry. I'm not too sure of that. But if that is what it is, well, Bishop, people are questioning you now the same way you questioned, and you have been questioning the man that has been speaking, breaking the tables of prosperity preachers and teachers. You should also come to tell us why you think having a bigger dome and church is not a good idea. Why not? Why not? Why not? The bigger the dome, the better. I think the faster people get saved. The bigger the dome. Like I said, I don't have problems with the size of the church anyway, because you will need a big church, to occupy for the crowd. That's what I mean. So what are your thoughts? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.